You're listening to Power Talk, Berkeley Electric Cooperative's official broadcast about the cooperative, our communities, and ways to use energy wisely. And now, let's join our hosts for today's episode. Good morning and welcome to Power Talk. I'm Micah Ponce, the Communications and Media Specialist here at Berkeley Electric Cooperative, joined as always by Miss Libby Roig, the Director of Marketing and Communications.
Micah, good morning. I am so excited for this show. I've been looking forward to it. And don't tell our other esteemed guests, but this might be my favorite show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Setting high bars right off the rat.
I know.
Well, it is a rare show. We have a double mug show today where we have two new guests on the show. Never been with us before.
Yeah.
And
that's my mug. You can't have mine.
No, that's mine. Hold on. Sir, you're jumping the gun. We are already off script, I tell you. Okay, well.
Completely off the rails.
So, let's get to introducing those special guests. Mr. Willis Sanders, artist and retired educator and current trustee of the Berkeley Electric Cooperative Board.
Ta-da.
Welcome, sir.
Mr. Sanders, how long have you been on the board?
This is my third term, so it's my 12th year.
Wow.
So, been around the block a couple of times. And still with us.
Yes.
And then we also have Miss Barbara Richardson, the artist, educator, and art director of the city of Goose Creek.
Yes.
Welcome. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
Well,
So, as we alluded to, anytime someone new joins us on the show, you are gifted a nice branded Power Talk mug that you'll be the envy of all your friends, clearly.
Yep. Sure. The only way you can get it is by being locked in a room with us for half an hour. Well, today, as you might have guessed from our introductions, we're going to be talking about art, folks.
Art and education.
Yes, art and education. So we've got, like I said, Mr. Sanders and Barb. And the other part that we usually do when we have new folks on, we tell a little bit about ourselves so our listeners get a chance to know who you are. So, Mr. Sanders, we've already briefly mentioned your fact that you're a board member and been so for a little while. Tell us a little bit else. What other things do we need to know about the man who is Mr. Willis Sanders?
I'll give a brief outline of my background. Born and reared in Cross, South Carolina, graduated from Cross High School. Went to Benedict, received a degree in math, went on to South Carolina State, received a master's degree in education, and then to the Citadel, a specialist in education. Began my career in Goose Creek, South Carolina as a teacher, assistant principal for the first 25 years of my 41-year career. Goose Creek is dead on my heart. After leaving Goose Creek, after being a principal there for 14 years, where we implemented the Go for the Gold program, I was promoted to the district office and spent 17 years as assistant superintendent of personnel services, where I continue with my distribution of my artwork throughout the district to align from when I did it at the school level, where we had the Go for the Gold program. Mm-hmm. Retired in 2013, became a community servant / artist. And I am called the resident artist of the Berkeley Electric Co-op, the resident artist statewide co-op, my alumni association, my church, the Kennedy Center. So I'm full-time as a community service servant and use my art to promote the missions of these various organizations. I'm proud to be here this morning to talk about my career as an artist and educator.
Yeah. And Mr. Sanders does not meet anyone without having artwork to distribute and share, the first time he meets somebody. So like we give out mugs, Mr. Sanders gives out artwork. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Barb, how about you?
Well, I'm a lifelong resident of Goose Creek,
Okay.
and Mr. Sanders and I go way back. He was a teacher in the middle school that I attended when I was there, and I have always had a love and a passion for the arts and graduated from Goose Creek High School, got my bachelor's degree and my master's degree in studio art, and taught school. I'm still teaching school. I did retire briefly for a couple months. So I taught in Berkeley County for about 30 years, and I now teach for Charleston County School of the Arts part-time.
Wow.
And then the rest of my life is in the city art. My job with Goose Creek as the art director.
Yeah. Busy.
Yes. I also gave Mr. Sanders his first ever art credit.
Oh, my goodness.
He never received a high school art credit because the school did not offer art.
Yeah.
Honors art credit, too.
Honors
Not just
art.
art credit,
Right.
but honors art credit.
So when I was teaching at Cane Bay High School, he would come and visit my classroom a lot, and I would give him assignments, and we would all critique each other, and I just told him, I said, you have gone over and above. Like, you really do deserve your first art credit. So we had a ceremony, and the superintendent came and awarded him with his first ever high school honors art credit.
Oh, my goodness. Now, had you been doing any kind of art before this class, or was this the start of it?
Yes, well, I've been doing art all my career,
Okay.
especially when I became a principal of Sedgefield Middle School, and as part of the Go for the Gold program, kids could win my artwork.
Oh, wow.
So that meant I had to produce more to share more. And back to Bob, when being a member of the Goose Creek Artist Guild, I would enter into art shows.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
When she was a teacher at Sangaree Middle, I used to go over and she used to critique my artwork, say you need to do a little shading here, do some things. And even when she went over to Cane Bay, she was still my art person critiquing all my artwork. But as a result of her critiquing of my artwork, I won a lot of ribbons because of her insight.
Wow.
And the most highlight was when she gave the students an assignment to do a portrait of their favorite artist. And this kid had said, well, I don't know it. We've studied Da Vinci, Picasso, and all these different artists, but the only one that I know is Mr. Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
So he decides, he said, Mr. Sanders, can I do a portrait of you? So he took several portraits of me, took pictures, and he spent like 2 or 3 weeks doing that portrait of me.
Oh, my
Called
goodness.
me the last great artist. That portrait won the county art award,
He won the congressional
Oh,
art
my gosh.
competition, and that portrait hung in the White House for a year.
for you. George Delacruz.
Yes. Just saw George recently. He entered our last competition in the city, and his artwork is going to be on one of our new banners that goes out this week. So he's
the
still
next
doing
great
art.
artist, but he said he want to do a drawing of the last great artist.
Oh, my goodness.
The only living one from Picasso, but
Yeah,
Michelangelo and all
yeah.
those.
Oh, my gosh.
So that's my tribute to her, and my art teacher awarded me my honors art credit because I did not have art credit in high school.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Well, we, again, are so happy to have y'all here, and we've got lots of great things to talk about, so we'll get moving on with that. But, today we're talking about art in Goose Creek, and a little bit of full disclosure, I'm a happy resident of Goose Creek, and thrilled that I get to hang out with wonderfully creative people like Mr. Sanders and Barb, and help make things happen in Goose Creek for the art and culture. And I was called to serve in a volunteer capacity with the city of Goose Creek back in 2022. My paternal grandparents were both professional artists. So my grandma, this was the 1930s and 40s. So my grandmother didn't get to work too much after they started having children. Ended up with 7 of them. One was my dad, and but my grandfather worked professionally in art his whole life. It's my understanding that they met in art school and had a family. And my dad was very artistic as well. And we lost him Valentine's Day 2021. And so when the Arts Commission opportunity came open, I applied for it. Partially to keep the love of the arts for my family going, but also to help just provide energy and input for my son. He's 10 now, and if there's a need in communities to volunteer and share your talents. And so I thought, well, let's see if I'm a good fit. And so I've just really so enjoyed volunteering with the city, and since 2022, we've been working together. So So thrilled to have you guys here to share all the good work that's going on in Goose Creek, and just a little bit about how Berkeley Electric kind of weaves into this. For our listeners who may not be aware, Berkeley Electric's a not-for-profit cooperative serving portions of the Tri-County, including Goose Creek, which means we operate a little bit differently than other utilities in the area. So for us, one of our favorite differences is our governing principle of concern for community. So how that shows up in a day-to-day basis is we support art and education in our communities in a variety of different ways. We have a K through 12 teacher grant program that I know is near and dear to Mr. Sanders' heart. It's called Bright Ideas. And just in the last 2 years has awarded over $100,000 in grants to K through 12 teachers. They have a great idea. They apply. It's a very simple process. Application opens in January. In addition to that, we sponsor local artist guilds in the area year after year, and just recently showcased our Low Country artists in the co-op calendar that is much sought after at our annual meeting every year. So, and I'm proud to say we were an early adopter of the Adopt a Goose program.
Yes, one of the OGs.
Yeah. So, Gancito Watts is his name, and he was designed and painted by one of our employees. So we were thrilled to showcase the talent of somebody inside the co-op and help support this wonderful city initiative. So, Mr. Sanders, as a trustee of the BEC board, why is having a commitment to enhancing our communities important?
Well, the concern for a community is one of the 7 cooperative principles. The core of our mission is to provide safe, affordable, and reliable electricity. But the other 6 principles relate. One of them is concern for the community. So as we provide power, it's interconnected with all the other 6 principles in terms of concern for the community, and showcasing art, getting the kids involved, getting the schools involved, education, training, and all those things relate to concern for a community. So it's very important. And the Berkeley Electric Cooperative continues to be a tremendous asset to our community in terms of the arts, the Bright Idea grants, the training to provide in the schools, the outreach, the local events, where because the co-op is owned by the members, so the members they can then see how the co-op is involved in the community from that standpoint. So it's just a variety of ways of that happening.
So as we provide power to the communities, we also empower them.
Empower them, absolutely.
Well, I haven't been around as long as the two of you in terms of like roots, but I've been here for a good little while now. So, I've been working at the co-op for 25 years, didn't grow up in Moncks Corner.
Just a whippersnapper.
But I did marry a local girl. So, I am I do have roots here in the Moncks Corner area. And, I've been around Goose Creek for a long time. And I can tell you, along with Moncks Corner, there's been big changes over those 25 years to the character of Moncks Corner and Goose Creek. And one of those changes, Barb, is that, the arts really have taken off in the past 5 or 6 years. And so, to give an idea of really how special that is, tell us a little bit about what's going on in Goose Creek and sort of where it came from and where we are now with the cultural arts.
Yes, you're right. Huge changes. I've had my job 5 years. So that's when the first piece of public art went out 5 years ago.
Oh, my gosh.
So so we started, I guess the best story that really explains where we were. When I was teaching all those years in Goose Creek, we were not allowed to have an art show in any local facility. There wasn't a facility that would lend itself to some kind of an exhibit. And one Christmas, when I was teaching at Howe Hall, it was elementary school then, we went out with my little art club, and we were going to paint Christmas scenes on the windows at Mr. Swift's, the popular ice cream shop on Red Bank Road. And we started one day, and the next day I get a phone call from Mr. Swiss saying that they had to wash it all off, that it was against the Goose Creek sign ordinance, and public art was not allowed in any form.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So since then, I've been the first one to complain about the lack of culture, the lack of aesthetics, the lack of beauty. Like, why would anyone want to go to Goose Creek? There was nothing great to look at.
Yeah.
Since then, Goose Creek, I believe, is the only city in the state that has an art built into their business ordinance. So if it's a new large developer coming to the city limits, they have to either produce their own public art or they contribute a percentage into the fund for public art. So it helps. I mean, it helps our aesthetic, of course. It supports our local culture, strengthens our community identity. I mean, we've even had people like come in from Greenville, Columbia, Isle of Palms.
Yeah.
And want to know, how did you start this? Or we just want to see your geese. We want to check out this program. So speaking of the geese, there are now 50 out. I believe 51 goes out today or tomorrow.
Wow.
But 61 purchased. So I never.
Yeah.
Never.
So, for anybody who hasn't seen the geese statues around the city of Goose Creek, they're what, 4 feet tall?
They're 4 feet tall.
Fiberglass.
They're hollow fiberglass. Yes.
And the businesses can choose to decorate them, collaborating with a local artist.
They can do it in-house like you did with Berkeley Electric, or they can tell me the ideas that they want, and then I find the artists that they will come in and do the real sketches, the detailed sketches, and then paint the goose. And then from there it goes for an automotive clear coat so it can withstand the weather. And then they are permanently put out at the business. We only have one goose that does not have a permanent home, and it's a goose that a travel agency purchased. So
and it's going to travel.
I was about to say, it makes sense.
It
Yeah.
has a suitcase. His name is Journey, and it's going to be all over the city of Goose Creek.
And the city has an app now that you can download and go take a selfie with the different geese and mark that you've seen them. And
Gone are the days of the little card where you could go around and get stamps and stickers because we have too many geese.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a wild goose chase.
Okay.
And
There you
you
Chase.
can- so you can get all the directions on the city. So make sure you follow the City of Goose Creek Recreation on social media. And everything that we do and a call for artists, we all go through that.
yeah.
I do want to mention, too, the Goose Creek Artist Guild was very involved in that
Oh, yeah.
process, too.
Yes.
In addition to that process, the Goose Creek Artist Guild raised funds during the year to award scholarships
Oh,
to
wow.
Goose Creek High students, top art students, and
Yes, Stratford.
Stratford top art students. So that gives us more exposure in terms of what the Goose Creek Artist Guild is doing. And it connects to the Berkeley Electric Co-op supporting that initiative.
Right.
And we go on stage and
Yes.
present those
Yeah,
awards
we lean
during the awards
heavily
day.
on the artist in the Artist Guild.
Yeah.
And they've done so many geese in our city. So we're very thankful. And since then, I've joined the Artist Guild as well. So I'm kind of the liaison between the Cultural Arts Commission, the city, and the Artist Guild. So,
Wow.
And the local businesses now.
And I've been a member of Guild since 1982. We used to meet over at Stratford High School
Oh, my goodness.
at the Guild.
Yes, and now they have the beautiful Creek
Now we
Collective,
got
our
the
new
Greek Collective.
facility
We got
to
getting
meet
ready for the
in.
big show this August.
Yes. So they had their first art show and the collective. So that was our ribbon cutting kickoff to the new facility. So if you ever need to just go look at art, take an art class, rent a beautiful facility for a wedding or a reception or a party, then that would be a great location for you.
Yeah.
I want to mention also the mayor talks about the diversity of the community and how the arts will be playing it into that role of promoting the various cultures that makes up the Goose Creek population.
Yeah, and Mayor Habib has talked at several public events that I've been at about how diverse the city is culturally, but it's a relatively young and affluent community as well. So these are young families looking for things to do and ways to create, make their own space.
Yes.
So
And his goal, as well as the council, is to have great things and fun things that people want to do, and they can stay in Goose Creek, and they don't have to go downtown, go to Somerville. We have plenty to do, and most of those activities are free, like our concerts at the Danning.
yeah. And, the more we stay local, the less we have to fight the horrible Charleston traffic.
For sure.
So it's a win-win for everybody.
And it goes just beyond the geese too. I mean, because I know that I've seen multiple murals that are up in Goose Creek at different locations. And then how does the street art panels work? Is that part of the Goose Creek?
Yes, we have, we're up to 7 huge murals in the city. 8 is in the planning process right now that will be on Red Bank Road. And so now coming in the city, really from all directions, you're greeted with a beautiful mural. We also have the traffic boxes. So we
forgot about those. They're everywhere. Yeah,
the banners are down the center of Highway 176 in the median close to Publix, and those actually are coming down this week, and brand new ones are going up. We had a competition earlier this year, and the Cultural Arts Commission voted and chose those winners. But the traffic boxes, that was another competition. They've been up for 4 years now, and we keep adding to that collection if a new red light goes up, of course.
No more red lights.
I know. Because there was just it's not a beautiful thing to look at, just big silver box.
Oh, yeah, right.
So we did a competition, and anyone, you don't even have to be a resident of Goose Creek. You can, as long as you follow the city, you can find out about our competitions. And we also have the spot on our website. If you're an artist, or if you know an artist, whether you live in the city or not, you can go in, put in your information, you can put in some examples of your work, and then whenever we have these competitions, like the traffic box, we go in and contact these people, and if you have a talent like mural painting, then chances are we're going to want to talk to you.
Yeah.
So it's like part of your artist registry?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But the graffiti park there on Red Bank has also just really grown this wonderful community.
Yes,
and
it has.
when we have art in the park, and we supply the spray paint, get families out there and have music. It's just such a wonderful event.
And we were the only legal public graffiti park in the state.
Oh, wow.
So when we would have our art in the parks, and we do provide all the spray paint, and we would have live music or a DJ, food trucks, we would have people come out from Columbia and Greenville and say, we follow the city and our kids love graffiti. Yeah. So they would make that drive to come out and join us.
Well, and I love how some of the artists have really just created this community, and they are so excited to educate upcoming artists about technique and do birthday shout outs. It really is this living billboard right there in the heart of the city.
Really, it is. And it's a lot of artists will come make the drive out here, and they consider it like an audition, and that's how we've hired some of our mural artists. So if you're coming in the city from the North Charleston direction, the first mural you see on the side of the Sky Market is done by Mateo, who was from Greenville, and we only met him because of the graffiti park. Yeah. He showed up and did some beautiful portraits of famous people, and when we had to go out and meet him, and so that's now he's working on his 3rd mural.
Yeah, now we're besties.
Yes, he's a part of the city.
Well, folks, we're more than halfway through the day's show, and if you can't figure out from what we're talking about art and all the things that are going on locally with Mr. Sanders, who is an artist, retired educator, and board member of Berkeley Electric Cooperative, and Miss Barbara Richardson, artist, educator, and art director for the city of Goose Creek. So, I mean, we're covering a lot of ground here. A lot of stuff. I mean, far and wide. We got people coming from Greenville. We got some hometown folks as well.
Oh, yeah. And, Mr. Sanders, you said you've been a member of the Artist Guild since 1982. What is it like to see this artistic boom and to have your adopted hometown provide such a platform for artists?
It is very rewarding. As I mentioned at the onset, when I was growing up in rural Cross, South Carolina, I dreamed of being an artist.
Oh, my gosh. And now you are.
Now I'm an artist because they use artist educator as opposed to educator artist. So it's become full circle. And that's one of the reasons in all of my artwork, a trademark is the heart and the cross, because I've never forgotten where I've come from. Yes. Of course, Goose Creek is dear to my heart also, because I spent my first 25 years of my 41-year career
Yeah.
in Goose Creek, and that's where I started being a principal. When I was the principal, started using art as as an incentive for the students. So there, as a result of that, I had to draw a lot, win a lot of ribbons, draw a lot, share a lot of ribbons, share a lot of my artwork. Then when I went to the district office, the same thing continued. So it's the reinforcement of people wanting my artwork for me to have to produce and share it from that standpoint to promote the mission. So now I'm on the co-op board, go to state meetings, national meetings. They look forward to my artwork. And the 2 weeks I spent in England, I took my artwork there.
Oh, my
It
gosh.
was a principal exchange program and shared my artwork
Yeah.
with them. So my artwork is
Across the
national
pond.
and
Yeah.
international. So yeah, it's just rewarding for that to be happening as a result of.
So are you one of the artists who are registered in the Goose Creek Artist Registry?
Haven't done that yet, but I will.
His
See?
work,
I'm
but his
borrowing
work
it. I
is
can.
currently on exhibit in the New Creek Collective.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have to be registered as part of that too, or no.
We'll talk, briefly we mentioned it, so any artist can join the artist registry, even if you're not from Goose Creek or
Correct.
Berkeley County, because you said we've had some folks come from all over. And I mean, you said there was a quick recap of the process of how that's done.
They just go online, find the City of Goose Creek Recreation. There's an arts tab, and just follow directions.
Okay.
And fill it out.
So-
Artists are creative types, so I'm not sure how they can follow directions.
Well, it could be a stretch, but it's not
Oh,
that
you got this
difficult.
down pat, Mike. Come on.
But and it's not limited to City of Goose Creek residents.
It is not.
Yeah.
It's for anyone.
So
But I think that we forgot to mention one of my favorite arts in the city. It's the rolling art exhibit. So a year ago, this summer, we covered our fleet of 10 sanitation trucks with original art. So there's a different piece on each side, and it has the artist's signature. And now those roll around the city, and they rotate the areas they go to every 3 months. So every community in the city will get to see all of the artwork eventually.
And I loved that initiative because our sanitation workers in the city of Goose Creek are top notch. And I just loved that they got a little bit of bedazzling on their
Yes.
trucks and got a little light shined on them. It was really well received.
They feel like celebrities because
Yeah.
they get chased down by residents wanting to take the photos of the artwork.
yeah.
You need to make sure they have to have color coordinated outfits to go with their trucks. Their uniforms need to match. We're gonna
Don't
take it up a notch, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But they feel complete ownership, like the artwork is theirs. And,
Yeah.
and they're super proud of it. So
I could see us getting coordinating polos or something.
I know. I know.
Trucks.
Good idea.
Creativity.
Yeah, don't joke. We'll make it happen.
It's a really good idea.
Well, Micah is quite an artist in his own right, so we're remiss to not mention that before now. But
We got other things we're talking about. Goose Creek. keep on charging.
well, so Barb, we mentioned this briefly, but the city has just done a tremendous job in the last couple of years on adding facilities and opportunities to showcase not just visual arts but cultural arts. The Danning Amphitheater came on last fall and has hosted already so many fun concerts and plays and festivals and movie nights, with so much more to come.
Yes.
But the Creek Collective is also a special place that opened this summer. And it's a beautiful little art gallery, but tell us a little bit more about it and whether you can rent it and that sort of thing.
Well, I think most people will recognize it because of the significance, the historic significance.
Yeah.
It was a favorite landmark for years, and it's only been there since the 80s. But to us, it's a very special place. It was the little white chapel where lots of residents would go to get married. So when it went up on the market for sale, they wanted to rezone it and have it become another fast food restaurant. But mayor and council said absolutely not. We are going to purchase it. We are going to redo it and just have it something that the city can use, the residents can use. Of course, structurally, we found out from the first day of work that it was unsound. So we had to tear it down. I think it kind of came down on its own. And we had to rebuild.
Yeah.
But we tried to keep the essence of what the chapel looked like before.
Yeah. And there's all kinds of touches that
Yes.
are nods to the
We
previous.
recycled the old stained glass windows, and those are on a fence in the front, so that also pays homage to the the other structure. But it's a beautiful place. You can still go there and get married. You can have receptions there. The first family to rent it hosted a 100th birthday for one of our citizens.
Oh, okay.
That was really awesome. The exhibit that's been there since the ribbon cutting was the Goose Creek Artists Guild, and that comes down this Friday.
This Friday.
And then we have 3 artists that will be exhibiting there for the next 3 months.
So stop by, check it
Yes.
out, keep coming back because
There's a sandwich
exhibits.
board outside when it's open, and you can just walk in, look at the artwork. You can paint a rock. We have a beautiful artistic rock garden outside. You can leave yours, take one.
Yeah.
But it's a really nice place to go and visit.
Yeah, and just nice place to sit, maybe have lunch. It's right there if you're not familiar with Goose Creek on St. James by the Chipotle, and right down the road from Central Creek Park.
Yes,
So
222 Highway 176, St. James Avenue.
And as we mentioned, if you want to stay up to date on everything that's going on in Goose Creek in the arts, we look for you follow the Goose Creek Recreation on social media, and you can sign up for the city's monthly email newsletter. Well, folks, believe it or not, we ran out of time, and it went quick. So thank you for tuning into Power Talk. And this is the official broadcast of your electric cooperative, and you can catch up on past episodes on streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple, and iHeartRadio, and get a behind-the-scenes look on Berkeley Electric's YouTube channel. So until next time, this is Power Talk, signing off.